lot of new blood on this team, young kids, and hopefully they can rise to the challenge.
We're your boys, Chris. Don't forget that. We're going to take a look at the Burnaby Lake roster next. So front row, Lalit Bardawaj, Dylan Vermette, and Nick Hildebrand. Number 4, Cooper Johnston. Mike O'Toole, assuming the captaincy today. Our normal captain, Neil McLean, is injured. Burnaby Lake veteran, Doug Braden and Connor McCann, both in the centers, with Tatuzi Vikalani at number 8. Number 9 is Dean McMahon. 10, Ethan Turner. Number 11, Ko Odaka. 12, Cole McQueen. 13, Andrew Porter. Number 14, Blake Steele. And number 15, Brian Fitzpatrick. Unlike a lot of years where Burnaby Lake tend to be really forward-centric, most of the tries this year have come from number 11, 13, 14, and 15, although today, unfortunately, missing Jack Gelbart, who's been a big part of it on the wing. He injured his head last week against the rowing club, so he's out. Neil McLean being out, he's a normal number 10. Ethan Turner, who's usually number 13, goes in at number 10. Ethan's got a ton of speed, as does Ko Odaka and Brian Fitzpatrick, and all year they've scored a whole lot of tries there through Burnaby Lake, through those back 4, Ethan Turner, Brian Fitzpatrick, Ko Odaka, and Jack Gelbart. So we'll see what Andrew Porter brings to the mix as he comes in to join Nicole McQueen in the centers. A couple of old Burnaby Lake veterans there. And should be a really good game. The last 2 games these guys have played in September and then in February of 2020. In both instances, Burnaby Lake was up by over 20 points at the half, where the Pride ended up coming back to win in the end. So we're just waiting for the teams to take the field here. One thing for those people at home to look out for is Lucas Albernoz, who hurt his hand in the fall season with the Coastal Cup team Van East, based out of Burnaby Lake here. He broke his hand, and he's been unable to play till this game. So, saved it to the last. We'll be looking for an impact from him off the bench. I think you played with Lucas.
Yes, Lucas. He's a great player. I'm sure he'll be looking to make an impact today.
Yes, as always, the ageless Preston Petrovich somehow still in the Premier mix. He's I played with him in, he looked old in my last game. My last game, he was my hooker. So still in the mix, so good for him. And we also have Fuku Vikalani on the bench, be coming off, possibly spelling his little brother later in the game, Tatuzi. So a big Vikalani family here. I saw Tassie Vikalani on the sidelines and numerous cousins from the Halani and Genest families kicking around the sidelines as well. So big influence from the Tongan people here. So we look forward to it. So we will be back in 1 second once the teams take the field. Chris, anything to say before you get off?
No, nothing.
Good insight.
Probably only get a quarter. What's up, Cody?
What's up, fellas? Dom? Yeah?
Let her in bed.
They're just talking you up. When you get out, you better do something.
Oh, fuck. Now he's going to get a red card. You just gave him a free pass.
Yeah. There he is.
Suit it up.
What's up, big dog? You're good.
Gio. Oh, man. There you go. Got to keep up with the tradition, man. Well, yeah. Mini stitches. What's that? Mini stitches. What? Just, not at penalty time, but thank you. Chris is kicking. We're kicking this way.
All right, we're getting ready for kickoff here. Looks like Burnaby Lake has chosen to take the kick. They'll be kicking towards the south, so heading north back towards the clubhouse in the second half.
It's a good strategy. Let the young guns have a first go at it.
Yeah, it's always good to start the second half with the ball, so never a bad idea. So it looks like Ethan Turner will line up to take the kick. Ethan Turner, a really talented young local kid here. Played his initial mini and junior rugby at Burnaby Lake and then moved out towards Abbotsford a little bit, but has come back and rejoined the club, try to make Premier, play a little higher, maybe some rep rugby, and he's done a great job. Really exciting young player. He's got a boot, and he's about as fast as a human can be. So ball's up in the air.
Oh, good take by Oliver McKenzie.
Good solid contact there between Braden and Nanala. Nanala? Am I saying that right? Nanala, yes. Okay, good. I am saying that right. Ball cleared. Back to Brian Fitzpatrick. Bobbled a little bit. And offside, so the ball's going to head all the way back. Brian Fitzpatrick going to go for the quick tap. Nope, just faking it.
Cheeky.
What a jerk. No, I'm kidding. One of those guys that does it. You know, we were talking a little earlier about Preston Petrovic and how in my last game, Preston was already pretty old. He's my age, and I retired about 11 years ago. A young Fuku Vikalani on the bench was only 17 years old in our last game. He also played in that game.
Wow.
Yeah, so Fuku and Preston both still playing from that final game of mine. I think that's probably it for all the guys that are out there. Cole McQueen, maybe? Possibly. Oh, looks like Ethan Turner has chosen to go for the post. That could be a... You can kick in this wind.
Into the wind.
It's a tough kick. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, those options might open up more in the second half.
Yeah, I agree. The kick is up. It looks good. It's got the distance. Burnaby
Flags
Lake
are
leads
up.
3-0. Well, good choice. I question it, but that's why I'm not out there at fly half.
Exactly. If it was me kicking, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, a lot of players on the field there have played for both Burnaby Lake and the Pride. Of course, we mentioned Dan Cooper there a little earlier. Came out to play rugby for Burnaby Lake earlier this year and played so well in a game against the Pacific Pride that he got picked up to go to the Canada U23 team. Nick Hildebrand starting at number 3, the tight head prop. Local product again, Burnaby Lake fella. Went off and played for the Pride and turned that into a contract with the MLR team, the Houston SaberCats, before returning back to BC and coming back to the old club, and to Tuzi Vikalani, who's currently contracted with the Toronto Arrows, but spent a few seasons with the Pacific Pride, and obviously the Vikalanis are local guys here. Graduated Burnaby Central High School, which I was out helping coach this year. Great bunch of teams out there. They played on Thursday, had a real tough loss against, I believe it was Riverside Secondary out of Coquitlam, but real learning experience for a lot of the guys. So hopefully the next batch of Vikalanis are there. That'd be nice. The ageless Preston Petrovic stopped by the booth here.
It's a nice little rumble by Big Willie Denuden there, number 1.
There's Callum Botcher, it looks like.
The
Taken down by
Rooster.
Turner. There is a guy out on the field.
Uh-oh.
Just off camera, fortunately, because he is out. I believe that was number 5, it looks like. Connor Turner, possibly? No, he's up. He's up like a shot.
Yep, that red scrum cap.
Jeez.
See it from a mile away.
Well, again, it's off camera. You guys can't see it, but he somehow came to life. They probably should get him off the field. I guess I'm not out there, so I can't tell what's going on, but he did not look great a second ago, Chris.
No, he did not. But now he's getting patched up by the trainer, Jamie Neal. She's doing a great job.
Yes. Was it his leg?
Yeah, it looks like he's limping a little bit there.
Yeah, it looks like he's walking off. Geez, I thought that was a head injury or something. He was motionless there on the ground.
Having a rest.
A tactical snooze early in the game.
You know, it's an old forward secret. The dark arts.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if he can stay on. No, it looks like he's going to come off. So it's number 5.
Connor Turner.
Connor Turner coming off. Chris, you'll have to help us with who's coming on to replace him here.
Looks like...
Well, listed number 23, Matt Klimchuk, but...
Klimchuk. Yeah, it's definitely Klimchuk.
Matt Klimchuk,
Yep.
I believe the pride of Robin McDowell's McDowell Rugby Academy.
McDowell Rugby. Dream, believe, succeed.
Pride pressuring in there. That's number 10, Max Stewart.
Calls his own number.
Good fly half, we should. Or a bad one of the two.
Sometimes you don't know until after they call their
They're
own
getting close.
number.
Looks like they're in.
Oh,
Is that the captain?
Cody.
Yeah, try from Cody, number 7, Cody Nanala. Going to put the Pride up 5-3 with a kick to come. While we have a moment here, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors. So we'll talk about Mark-On Homes. For more than 30 years, Mark-On Homes has been a trusted name in the Vancouver construction community. Whether you're looking for a low-rise, high-rise, townhome, retail center, or industrial park, Mark-On has built them all with quality. Current projects include the Maribel and Davie Street in Vancouver and 567 Clark in Coquitlam, with numerous projects in the development phase all over the Lower Mainland, some of them, Chris, with your name on them. They've been a longtime supporter of grassroots rugby in Burnaby, backing not just the Burnaby Lake, but also school programs like Burn Creek Secondary. Max Stewart gets the kickoff, and it splits the uprights. So the Pride lead Burnaby Lake 7-3. So big thank you to Mark-On Homes. Without sponsors and supporters like them, we would not be able to do much here at Burnaby Lake. So well done. Well, good first 10 minutes here. 1 try, 1 conversion, 1 penalty. So you can't tell at home, but boy, the wind is strong here. It is
really blowing today.
It really is. Kick up from Turner, cuts through the wind, goes deep.
Another nice take by Oliver McKenzie.
Yeah, he's having a good game so far.
Oh, here goes Cody Nanala. Fakes the kick. He wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, Cody Nanala, he was here at Burnaby Lake in the fall playing for the Vancouver Island Crimson Tide, and he had a great game that game too. He came on as a spare, and I thought was probably the best player in the game, in spite of the fact he only played 25 or 30 minutes. He's a great player. Where's he? Do you know where he's from? He's an Ontario guy.
He's an Ontario old Blues guy, I think. He's learned a lot since the time that I've known him. That's for sure.
You've taught him quite a bit. Is that what you're saying, Chris?
As much as I can, anyway. I mean, we don't subscribe to the same position, but I do my best.
Well, you've done a great job, it looks like.
I appreciate it.
We have our first scrum of the game, so it'll be William Denuden and Tyler Matcham with Dan Cooper in the middle versus Lalit Bardwaj, Nick Hildebrand, and Dylan Vermette. This is an area traditionally in years past, Burnaby Lake would have certainly had the advantage, but we'll see. They got a Burnaby Lake guy in the front row, so tough to tell. Ooh, they went down hard there.
Yeah,
Something
like
went wrong.
A lost bind on the tight head, on the Pride tight head. Tyler Matcham, maybe?
Tyler Matcham was wearing number 3 against Bardwaj. Bardwaj, an experienced scrummager, originally out of Calgary. Former Calgary Saint, just moved out to Vancouver here this year. So, great addition to the club. Unfortunately, Calgary Saints lost, but Burnaby Lake's gained. Guy coaches juniors, coaches high schools, plays Premier Rugby.
Good for him.
Hint, hint, Chris. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
Dean McMahon getting ready to put the ball in. Scrum's holding up a little bit. Good scrum from Burnaby Lake, as you'd expect. The backs will get their first chance. They go to the veteran Cole McQueen up front, the pride of the Delta Fire Service. Actually, 2 Delta firemen on the roster there for Burnaby Lake, with Doug Braden also choosing that profession. Ball goes wide to Fitzpatrick. He's the danger man. You got Blake Steele, looking like a 1970s soccer player. Kodaka taken down near the Pride 22-meter. McMahon moves the ball to the captain, O'Toole. Nice tackle there from Klimchuk. Hopefully Rob McDowell's watching.
I'm sure he is, Mike. I'm sure he is.
You know he should be. Robin used to play here at Burnaby Lake, another Burnaby Lake guy. Actually, his other former team, Cowichan, played earlier here in 2 games. The Burnaby Lake First Division men came up away with a fairly big win, and a great game in the women's First Division with Cowichan pulling away, scoring 3 tries on the final 3 plays of the game to beat the Burnaby Lake women 50-39, I believe.
Turnover, and they're Mike O'Toole taking the option.
Mike O'Toole with the kick, and Blake Steele, and number 14, Gabe Smith. Or is it Gabe Smith the one you said wasn't
Gabe Smith
playing?
is not with the Pride today.
Well, we didn't see that, unfortunately, but try was scored.
Mike O'Toole.
Looks like the camera fell out of the camera guy's hands. So try scored by the captain, Mike O'Toole, in the corner.
Gabe's not playing. It'd probably be. Oh no, none of these. They'd have to pull someone else up for that.
Well, great heads-up play from Mike O'Toole to make the kick. So, you know, as all your coaches will tell you, young forwards, what you want to do is start kicking the ball. If you're a tight 5 guy, you want to take that ball and look for some space behind the defense.
Everybody knows that bottom line for a front row is to be able to kick.
Yes, so important. No, we're definitely kidding. So Ethan Turner here lines up for the conversion. Tough one, about the 5 meters, or 5-meter line. Wind's died down, though. That helps him. Made a great kick earlier. It's got the distance. No, curve just left. Oh, no, goes in. Sorry.
And the flags are up.
Just right. 10-7. Nice try from Mike O'Toole and a conversion from Ethan Turner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good back and forth. First 15 minutes here. So there's about 25 minutes left in the half. Goal for next year, but to figure out how to get a clock into the into this here. It's the only thing we're missing. It's an actual game clock.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Kicks high, Mike O'Toole under it.
Back to the Pride. Callum Botcher.
Callum Botcher comes back up with it. Man from Ottawa, I believe, if I remember the right things about Callum. Tuzi Vicolani wraps up whoever was he just passed it to. Is that number 15, McKenzie?
Oliver McKenzie. This is a guy that's pretty new to rugby. He was a Queen's football player.
Oh, yeah.
But he's chasing his dream as a rugby player, and he's making a lot of progress with the Pride.
It was Dan Cooper, some hard contact. Tackled by Connor McCann and Mike O'Toole.
Oh, Willett Denuden calls his own number.
Right over to Tuzi Vicolani. You don't hear that very often.
God, I love watching that guy run.
Looks like a good ball carrier. Nice line there, hitting number 13, Cal Sagar. Or Sagar, possibly. Burnaby Lake lined up pretty well in defense, but Pride running some hard lines.
Number 14 is...
Number 13, Alistair Bruce.
You got a pen? I'll take the other half.
Number 12, Dawson Fatorik, taken down close to the Burnaby Lake goal line, where it looks like he's pushed out of bounds just before. Nice run by him. So a line out here for Burnaby Lake. That was a nice set play right down from the line out to the scrum half, who runs around the front for the score. Looks like Sam Reamer. Number 9, Sam Reamer.
Sam Reimer, he's a great 9. He's hometown boys with Mr. Dan Cooper, and they seem to have good chemistry together here with the Pride.
He also seems to be sporting the same haircut as you.
It's true. He did get it cleaned up since the last time I saw him, and it looks pretty damn good.
Dan Cooper also looking clean cut. I'm told his father's here in attendance, so he got a haircut before he saw his dad, I guess. Chopped about 6 inches off the back. Front stays the same. So we got number 10, Max Stewart, lining up here to take the kick. Kick is up. Looks like it's got the legs. And good. Pride are going to retake the lead, 14-10.
Yeah, that was a nice kick by the South African, Max Stewart. I've heard he spent a lot of time practicing his kicks down there in South Africa. Probably got one of the best kicking coaches in the world, I would assume.
Yeah?
I'm not sure.
Any other info, or are you just saying that?
Nothing else to add.
That's fair. Most important thing of commentating and play-by-play is just saying words. That's what I found.
Words are important.
Words are important. Doesn't matter what they are. Turner with a kick.
Third take in a row by Oliver McKenzie.
Oliver McKenzie, well, that was a big hit right there. That was a Lalit Bardwaj with a hit.
It's okay. It was on Matt Klinchuk. He's a tough little kid.
Vikalani and Botcher with a little bit of pushing afterwards.
Just old friends having a good shove.
Looks like Chris Asmus wants to have a talk with Cody Nanala. I don't know why I can't say his name right. Referee Chris Asmus saw something he didn't like. Told me tonight he's right after the game he's heading to the airport to go do some TMO, I believe, for the Rugby United New York and Los Angeles. Giltini's game. I believe that's what he told me. I can't confirm that.
The teenies.
The Giltinis. Burnaby Lake chosen the 3. Confidence in Ethan Turner's boot, and why wouldn't you at this point? Two hard kicks so far.
He seems to be capable of handling the job.
Yes, real good player. He'd be a couple years younger than you. I don't imagine you would have played against him at all, would you have?
I don't believe so.
I feel like he's younger, 20 years old or something. He'll probably be playing for the Pride next year.
I hope so. Another Burnaby Lake alum headed to the Pride, maybe.
Kick is up, and it's good. Ethan Turner brings it a little closer, 14-13.
The wind doesn't seem to be having all that much effect today on the kicking anyway.
Kicking it pretty hard. So as we wait for the Pride to restart the game here, we're going to talk about Black & McDonald, a third-generation company founded in Toronto in 1921. Black & McDonald has over 5,000 employees operating in over 30 offices in North America. They provide full-spectrum expertise in turnkey construction, engineering, procurement construction, design build, and public-private partnerships projects. So Black & McDonald, thank you for your support. That just 10, Cody Nellock catching it just on the line.
It looked iffy, but I'm guessing it was 10.
I think it was. I think it was just 10. I think he jumped up and hit it back. It was a great play by him. As I said, great rugby player.
Oh, off the chest of Tyler Matcham.
Knocked forward. Dylan Vermette. I believe you know Dylan, do you not, Chris?
Yeah, I've known Dylan for a really long time, actually.
I thought he said he knew you.
We've been playing together for a number of years. Back Lord Tweedsmuir, and then the Surrey Beavers, then to Burnaby, and he decided to stick around here, and has been performing well for you guys.
I think so. He's earned a starting hooker spot. It's not the easiest spot to get, and I think he's a great player, and a lot of rugby years in front of him, and a lot of good things to come, I think. He's a great rugby player.
I agree.
Tough kid, a real tough kid. It was a beautiful take on the kick, by the way, from Taylor D'Souza, as Chris was droning on about his good friend Dylan. Ball kicked into the pipeline pit. Thank you, Fortius, for putting a pipeline in on the side of the field and taking some space for the next few months.
Mm-hmm.
They are, I will say this, they've been pretty good. They reimbursed us for the trouble a little bit, which was nice financially, and they tend to not do any construction or any work on this side of the field when our games are on. So I got to give it to them. Not the worst thing in the world.
That is commendable. That
Yes.
is commendable, considering they don't have to do any of that.
Exactly right. They didn't have to support the club or sponsor the club, but they did, and they usually keep it pretty quiet when we're playing. So,
hats off to you then.
yes, hats off to Fortius.
Thank you, Fortius.
Number 3, Tyler Matcham pushing in there. Pride really close, trying to put together some phases. Looks like they got one. Try scored by Cody Nanala. Jeez, I can't say it. Nanala.
Another one for the captain.
Try Cody Nanala. Yep, just a simple pick and go. Ooh, a little fake. That was cheeky, right over Bardwaj. Well done, Cody Nanala. That's why you're the captain. bright future ahead of him, I'm sure.
Yeah, Cody Nanala is a guy who can switch back and forth between 7s and 15s because he's got the skill set for both, and yet he excels in both.
And we got Max Stewart here setting up for the conversion. If he hits it, it'll put the Pride up 21-13. No, went just left, wide left. So 19-13 for Burnaby Lake. While we wait for Ethan Turner's restart, we'll talk about Dominion Lending and Mike James. Chris, most people know Mike as one of Canada's greatest rugby players, and more still know of his contributions to our sport off the field as a coach of the Burnaby Lake Rugby Club and the BC Bears, many years in the BC Rugby Board, and is a longtime supporter of his home club here at Burnaby Lake. Whether you're a first-time buyer or an experienced buyer with excellent credit, Mike James at Dominion Lending Centers has access to the very best products and rates available across Canada. So, Chris, when you're getting ready to buy that Marcon condo, townhome, or retail center, call Mike James.
Will do.
To do that, you go to MJ Mortgages, and you'll get the best rate from the best-looking mortgage broker in the business, and you can move into your home.
That's all you can really ask for.
It is. You know, Mike is a graduate, actually, of Burnaby Alpha, who've restarted their long-dormant but once great rugby program. They played here on Thursday against Burnaby Mountain, and it was their first game for most of the guys, and they played really well. But it came out in the losing end, unfortunately, to Burnaby Mountain, but it's great to see them restarted. Anton Schamberger and head coach Doug Tugboat Smith restarting things at Alpha, and it's one of the schools I'm hoping to get to this week or next. Maybe give them a hand with some coaching.
That'd be real nice.
It would be nice. We'll see if I can get it done now that I've made that commitment to the audience at home. Ball overthrown. Nick Hildebrand cradles it in, brings it to Dean McMahon. Over to Ethan Turner, the big Tootsie Vicolani in the middle.
Taking a few guys there to bring him down.
Usually did. To Cooper Johnston. Gets wrapped up. Burnaby Lake split pretty evenly on either side. Ethan Turner sends it to the veteran, Cole McQueen. Great mustache. Type of mustache most of the young guys in the Pride can only dream of having.
It's true. That is the aspiration of every young rugby player.
Yes, the other Delta Fire Department member, Burnaby Lake's Doug Braden, takes it a little further. Scrappy ball there around the back. Dean McMahon taking it himself. God, you hate to see that in your forward. It's like you're scrum half. Pass the ball. You know, stop taking the ball into contact.
Do your job. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not releasing penalty there. Try to put this ball into touch. See what their lineout's like. Ball kicked deep there by Stewart into touch. This the first Pacific Pride line out of the game, Chris?
I think it might be. We might be seeing Dan Cooper's first throw here. Oh.
Didn't go great, but it did the job.
Big
Not
Willie
one for the
Denuden
Highland.
comes down with it somehow.
Well, it went to the right side. Stewart puts the ball deep into Brian Fitzpatrick. Ooh, had a little trouble under the high ball today, Brian. Gonna give it a boot back down. Into the hands of Stewart, who I'm sure will play ping pong. Nice high one. Into Dean McMahon. Has no trouble with that. Sends the ball to Vicolani on the run. Over to Andrew Porter. The ginger, looks like he headlocks a man to the ground. Ball pops loose.
Dawson Vitorik making the tackle there. Sam Reimer taking off.
Ball over to the danger man, Nanala. Ball went cleanly there by the Pride. Ooh, big contact there between Vicolani and was that O'Neill?
Big Willie Denuden.
Willie Denuden again. Oh, nice cross kick over number 14, Jack Morris. But
In
too far.
touch.
Well, there'll be a line out there to Burnaby Lake. And when we have a break, we'd like to talk about Insure BC, one of Burnaby Lake's newest sponsors. Neil McLaughlin is a level 2 insurance broker servicing clients in British Columbia, Canada, with their insurance needs in automobile, tenant, marine, commercial, and life insurance. So if you find yourself needing quotes or any further information, give them a call at 604-518-6721. That's Neil McLaughlin of Insure BC. Ball's into Mike O'Toole. Nice throw there from Dylan Vermette. Burnaby Lake trying to set up a maul. Looks like it's got some legs. They can keep putting that ball to the back. You don't want to get it caught too far on the front. Eventually they bring it down. It's Connor McCann.
Oh.
Oof.
Fatorik. Dawson going for the try. Oh.
No, bobbled a little bit, went forward on the blocked kick.
Unlucky use.
Well, I don't know what Turner was trying to do there, if it's trying to do a cross kick or if it was just missed the big kick, but didn't go well. It's about the best result Burnaby Lake possibly could have hoped from off of that.
It's okay. Dawson didn't score the try, but he's still got great quads.
That's what's important. Burnaby Lake scrum here. Vic Landy puts it over to McMahon. Sends it off to Fitzpatrick. Good tackling here from the Pride. Over to Kohodaki. He's one of the danger men. He can stop on a dime, and if you give him a meter of space, he's taking it. Well, back to O'Toole. I think Burnaby Lake will be content to smash it up here in the forwards a couple times so they can get some width wide. Obviously width wide as opposed to width short. Woo, not a great pass to
Dylan with the
Vermette.
high ball. It's okay. Made a little something out of nothing there.
He's wide to Andrew Porter. He's got numbers. It's right in front of us here. Whoa. Maybe not the best decision you could have made there, but
Yeah.
good take from Ollie
McKenzie
McKenzie.
taking the ball into touch. It's a bit unlucky, but we'll take it.
Cooper's second line out. Tipped a little bit by O'Toole, but taken by Botcher.
Good rumble by Klimchuk.
Yeah, he's had a good run here. Off to Botcher, brought down by Dylan Vermette. Vic Landy's on the ball. Ian Sandreamer jostle for it. I have no idea what's going on out there right now, Chris.
I think
Oh, looks
Tusi was stealing a little ball from his old teammates.
Nice kick from Fitzpatrick. Ooh, bounces just
Wow.
inside.
Saying no 50-22.
Oh, touch Toby Mustel says it hit the line on the bounce. So
That is too
coming
bad.
back. Line out for Dan Cooper. Pride seems content to go to middle back here. First few lineouts, so we'll see if that stays the same. Oh,
Cal
Cooper Johnson
Botcher
gets
with a
handoff.
nice take. Oh, high ball by Cal Sager.
Wrapped up by Connor McCann. Slinging the ball in there to, I believe that's Cal O'Neill. He's brought down. No. Cole McQueen did not adequately release before he went for the ball. So to give Stewart a chance to kick the ball into a little further into Burnaby Lake's end.
Happens to the best of us.
Well, as we're getting there about 9 minutes from half, both teams obviously looking to capitalize on that, and looks like it went straight out through the back of the end zone. So we're coming back. Well, that's not how you capitalize. I guess that's you capitalize if you're Burnaby Lake. So a couple of really close kicks. I guess you got to back yourself and go for it. But both Brian Fitzpatrick on the clearance kick and then Max Stewart on the penalty kick pushed it a little too far.
Yeah, looks like the wind is starting to take its toll.
Well, come back to Burnaby Lake scrum. Both scrums thus far have been Burnaby Lake scrums, and they've done fairly well. So it's a good choice here. See if Burnaby Lake can set a good platform there, and they can get the ball wide to Fitzpatrick or Steele. Or if maybe Vicolani will pick it up and just drop a shoulder and see what happens. Ooh, messy scrum there. Ball's out. McMahon jumps on it. Ball just didn't seem to get back to the back of to Burnaby Lake's feet. Doug Braden picks up, but he stopped at the line. We'll do another one of those. This time through Connor McCann. Ball dropped, but referee Chris Asso says it went back. McMahon to Lalit Bharadwaj.
Strong tackle there.
Yeah, prior to tackling low, and the tackling hard. Burnaby Lake does have numbers there if they can get the ball wide. Ooh, knocked forward there from
Cal Sager.
Cal Sager. We'll see if there's anything comes of that, but no, just a knock on. I assumed that was going to be penalty, but just a knock on.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was cardable. That's certainly
Well,
anything, but it was.
I guess Asmus has decided that was not cynical.
Well, I'm sure Asmus is right. Just ask him.
Yep. That'll clear it up.
Another scrum for Burnaby Lake here. See if they can get that ball back a little further into the second rows or 8-man feet. I mean, you don't actually have to strike for the ball anymore as a hooker. They're basically allowed to just throw it directly to the 8-man now. So
it's very true. Makes it hard to contest.
Chris, in my day. No, I'm just kidding. There, ball's in. Ball's back. Vicolani gets it out. McMahon to McQueen. They use McQueen to just bash it forward there. He's a big guy. Just can't stress how great his mustache is. Oh, O'Toole fakes the kick. Ball to Bardawaj. He's not going to fake anything. He's just going straight ahead. He gets to ground. Nick Hildebrand over the ball. McMahon to Andrew Porter. He's a hard runner. A fiery redhead. You can just hear his skin sizzling out there right now in the sun.
Who's got the sunscreen?
Ko Odaka. He's flying.
Uh-oh.
Bobbled a bit by Max Stewart. Chris Asmus says it went back somehow. Okay. I don't think any of us expected that.
No, we did not.
Well, we have a better view of it here with the monitor than Chris did. Oh, they faked the pass. Probably should have kicked. We'll see if he can get down.
Pushing the pile.
It's like almost every member of Burnaby Lake's holding him up. So we'll have a scrum for Burnaby Lake. While we wait for that to happen, I'd like to talk about Filter Cream Products Canada. They're the exclusive distributor of the famous Filter Cream Majestic and Defender air quality systems. Filter Cream Products Canada are a longtime sponsor of the Burnaby Lake Rugby Club. They offer best-in-class air filtration abilities with the only air cleaner recognized as a Class 2 medical device available in North America. Chris, you wouldn't drink dirty water and you wouldn't eat dirty food. Why would you breathe dirty air?
It's so true. Everybody needs to learn that.
Exactly. If you go to filterqueencanada.com today, you can make sure that you and your family, Chris, breathe cleaner, healthier air.
As we're waiting to scrum here, you can see the Pride subs warming up in the background. The legend Michael Deasy taking them for a little run to keep them on their toes. Most of them going to be slotted in the second half. Good to see them out there staying warm, staying active.
Now, pardon my ignorance, Michael Deasy. Is he a player, a coach, manager? Trainer?
Sorry, yeah, Michael Deasy. He's the S&C with the Pacific Pride. And if I do say so myself, he's definitely the best S&C I've ever seen. Oh, Brian Fitzpatrick.
Try scored. As I said at the opening, if you are not in Ko Odaka and Ethan Turner, for that matter, and Brian Fitzpatrick's face as soon as they get the ball, they are extremely dangerous. And Brian showed there. You played with Brian last season.
Yes, I did.
Did Brian play Premier last season, or was he first division?
Yeah.
Was he a Premier guy?
And he was new to the club as well, so
Yes.
he came out firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, he's got some legs on him. Dan Cooper's former roommate here in Burnaby.
I am also Dan Cooper's former roommate. I lived with him in Victoria.
I'm told he is the absolute best guy. The smell of the room, not so great.
Yeah, the smell, it's not a deal breaker per se, but you notice it.
Just kidding, Coop. Sort of.
Just kidding, Coop. Love you.
Definitely. Much love here in the booth. So the try made the score 19-18. Ethan Turner, a really challenging kick here into the wing, or to the wind, to give Burnaby Lake the lead. Ball's up. Another nice strike from Turner. Does it have it? No, hung just right. So 19-18 for the Pride. There's about only a few minutes left in the first half. Well, we'll wait here for Max Stewart to take the kickoff. Been back and forth game so far. 37 points scored so far in about 37 minutes. So about a point a minute. That's what the kids want, you know?
Yeah, that's a good rate of scoring.
You don't watch baseball for the ground outs. You want to watch people go yard, you know?
Exactly. We want to give the folks what they want to watch.
Exactly. Well, penalty to Burnaby Lake here. Pride unable to release there on the tackle on Doug Braden. Fitzpatrick tried to find touch. Ball's up. And sails over into the main field here at Burnaby Lake. Almost hitting Cole McQueen's dad. Former Delta Fire Chief. And legend of one infamous Burnaby Lake BC Ferries trip over to, I believe it was James Bay. Cole McQueen's dad. Legend. Can't go into details. Ball's up. Oh, popped up by Callum Botcher. Brought down by Dylan Vermette, but Asmus says hit Cooper Johnston first. And we'll have the Pacific Pride's first scrum, so we'll see what Nick Hildebrand and Bardwaj can do.
Yeah, they're going up against a few pretty good props here with the Pride. Tyler Matcham, 18 years old. He is as strong as a horse, man.
He looks it.
Willie Denuden played a little bit of rugby there in England for a while. And then, obviously, he's made his home now at Pacific Pride.
Well, we'll see the Pride scrum. The big shove from Burnaby Lake, and the ball's in the middle. Pride need to get that ball out, and he does. Sam Reamer pulls it out of there. Not a moment too soon. Some good defense there from Dean McMahon, the Irishman from the Abalone Pirates or something.
The Rooster. Callum Botcher going on a rumble.
Ball taken from Blake Steele. Looking like Bjorn Borg out there. For those of you old enough to understand that reference.
Not me, Mike.
No, not you. Those of you guys are done Googling that at home. Dean McMahon puts a high box kick up in the air. Ko Dockett chasing it.
Cal Sager comes down with it.
Not a great pass from Stewart, but it should work.
Iffy offload there. Dawson pops it off the ground to Oliver McKenzie.
Nice tackle from
Another
Blake
pop
Steele.
off the ground.
Brought down by Turner. Mike O'Toole down on the ground. Not looking good. Well, we're going to have an injury to Mike O'Toole. Went down pretty hard. Not sure what the injury is, what the diagnosis is, but we hear that Lucas Albernas is being told to warm up. Well, we have Mike O'Toole coming off to get stitched up. And Lucas Albernas going on.
The Puma.
The Puma, longtime Burnaby Lake Rugby Club member. His father from Argentina and former Vancouver Trojan, one of the two teams that combined to make the Burnaby Lake Rugby Club. So we'll see what the prognosis is here on Mike O'Toole. If it's a 10-minute sub or if it's an all-game sub.
Blood substitution, maybe.
Definitely a blood sub. So this will be Lucas Albernaz's first game since breaking his hand in October. So it just didn't heal properly.
Calling that one offside.
Yeah, we got a penalty. Dan Cooper looking to tap and go. I was only kidding. Is he actually going to do it? I definitely
Lucas is chomping at the bit to have a go at him. Oh, he doesn't want it.
Dan Cooper, also Lucas Albernaz's ex-roommate. Kick the ball out the back of the end zone. Is that the half? No. Looks like Burnaby Lake's coming all the way back up here. I think it's a scrum. Yep, Burnaby Lake scrum. So confident in their scrummaging abilities with Hildebrand and Bardouage up front, and now the little bit extra added weight with the Puma, Lucas Albernaz, former Houston SaberCat, and has a few caps there for the Canadian national team. A great player and a great club guy.
Yeah, the boys will like that, having Lucas slot in the engine room.
Yeah, having a guy like that coming in certainly gives everybody a little bit of confidence. Scrums in, big push there from Burnaby Lake. Shoving him back.
Big push.
Almost like they still have Chris Atkinson in there. Looks like they probably could use a little Chris Atkinson in there, actually.
It would be nice.
Pride over the ball, but I was going to say, I think he's the tackler and needs a release, but not the case.
No, I think you're right. Oh, Cody Nala with a quick tap.
Botcher brought down.
Taylor D'Souza going for a run.
Ball's passed. Looks like Ethan Turner came up with it. We look for Fitzpatrick to try to clear the ball. The big lefty.
That'll be out of bounds.
The southpaw, if you will. We must be coming up to one of the last plays of the half here. As by my count, it's been going on for 45 minutes, and there has not been a ton of injury time, so... A couple minutes for O'Toole and 1 minute for Connor Turner there at the start of the game. Probably take the easy line out.
Playing it wide.
Is that Sagar, number 13? No.
Pop off the ground to Oliver McKenzie.
Ball right into Dean McMahon's hands to Ethan Turner. This kid's got speed. You need to bring him down. Oof.
I think he tried to get that ball off with his foot.
Yeah, tried to grubber it forward there for Odaka, but that's going to end the half. So your half's going to end 19-18 in favor of the Pacific Pride. Just before going to half, most of you guys watching here know that Burnaby Lake lost an integral club member here in the first half, Stephen Batty. Longtime guy, played for the BC Bears, played for Canada U20s back when they still competed in the World Cup and did well at it, or the U20 World Cup. His family has set up a memorial fund, the Stephen Batty Memorial Fund, where donations through the Canadian Rugby Foundation will be doled out to Steve's two clubs, the Burnaby Lake Rugby Club and the UVic Vikes rugby program over at the University of Victoria. So if you have some money and would like to donate to help the memory of a great guy and a great rugby guy, please donate to the Stephen Batty Memorial Fund. So Chris and I are going to sign off here for a few minutes, and we'll come back to you in about 10 minutes.
All right.
All right.
More than ever, it is important to get the viruses out. The CDC recommends using an air purifier to clean the air in your home and at work. This portable air purifier filters air 3 times better than standard HEPA filtration, down to 99.99%. The FDA recognizes it as a Class 2 medical device. We will deliver one to you today. Call now and ask us about our no-interest, easy monthly budget plans. We are a local company in British Columbia. Get the viruses out. Call us today and protect your family and staff. Purchase direct online at filterqueencanada.com. Today only, use promo code VIRUSOUT for 10% off and free shipping to anywhere in Canada. Now more than ever, it is important to get the viruses out. The CDC recommends using an air purifier to clean the air in your home and at work. This portable air purifier filters air 3 times better than standard HEPA filtration, down to 99.99%. The FDA recognizes it as a Class 2 medical device. We will deliver one to you today. Call now and ask us about our no-interest, easy monthly budget plans. We are a local company in British Columbia. Get the viruses out. Call us today and protect your family and staff. Purchase direct online at filterqueencanada.com. Today only, use promo code VIRUSOUT for 10% off and free shipping to anywhere in Canada.
Let's see if it's better.
All right, we're getting ready to restart here in the second half. Burnaby Lake kicked off in the first half, so they're going to be receiving here. Score 19-18. Great game. Great game so far. Ball went out of bounds. Don't know if it went off someone. I think it must have. That's a Burnaby Lake ball, so maybe right out of bounds or bounced out of bounds. Didn't see what happened there. Poor job by me. Ball goes into Mike O'Toole's back on after getting his face worked on a little bit. Still pretty, but a bit of a scar now. A gash, if you will.
Looks like the Pride has made us some subs. I can see that Kyle Steves has come on. Guy's got the best hair in the game.
At number 18?
Yep, wearing a scrum cap to hide it, but he does have great hair.
There's a Captain O'Toole. Going wide to Brian Fitzpatrick. Oh, bad bounce for Burnaby Lake. Right into Alistair Bruce's hands. It gets knocked out of bounds. Oh, another chance here for Dylan Vermette. Get this line out work. Up to Cooper Johnston in the front. Burnaby Lake content to set up the maul. Pride stops. They're putting a lot of people in, though, to do it. Ball comes out. McMahon's going to hit Turner. They got numbers there, but they're going to smash it up the middle with Connor McCann. Bardwaj out to O'Toole. Ooh, stiff arm Callum Botcher, two UBC grads. Whoa, jeez. That was a hard tackle there on O'Toole. Ball gets out of his hands. Nanala with it. Jeez, I can't pronounce that guy's name. Great player. I'm sure I will by the end of the game. I've had lots of chance to say his name, and I mess it up half the times. Kicks it right off the back of William Denudham's head.
It's okay. The coaches still get it wrong anyway.
I don't know why I can't seem to get his name right, Chris. Cody Nanala. Great player.
Not
a real old fella either, actually.
No, he's young.
Pride,
he's young.
Well, Burnaby Lake have a scrum here. The last scrum, they pushed it a ways. Doesn't look like Burnaby Lake made any changes at the half, other than Mike O'Toole returned to the field. Well, that'll be a reset. Not quite a stable start there, so referee Chris Asmus opted to blow it up and try again. Get a different side there. It was a fairly even in the first half side we were looking at there with Bardwaj versus Matcham. On this side here, we'll see Hildebrand versus Denuden. Better scrum there from the Pride. Ball's out to McMahon. Passes over to Fitzpatrick, who's going to put it behind. Not sure if he saw some space or if he decided to do that ahead of time, but nice clearance there from McKenzie. Burnaby Lake line out just outside the 22. Burnaby Lake going with a full man line out there. All 8 forwards in. Up to Mike O'Toole.
Here comes the maul.
Yeah, Burnaby Lake seems like they decided that mauling is the best way to go, and well, Pride stops it. Turner hits Ko Odaka. He's got a bit of space, pops it wide. Ooh, not quite far enough for Fitzpatrick, who knocks it on. Pride with a real opportunity here, but Steele picks it up, and we'll come back to a scrum. Great scrum there by the Pacific Pride. That was their best one thus far. So.
Yeah, well, with a fresh prop coming in, it really makes a huge difference.
Oh, sorry. So who went out? I apologize.
Tyler Matcham was subbed out for Kyle Steves, number 18.
Okay. I'll make note of that. So is Kyle Steves making the difference?
Well, I mean, we only saw the other side of the scrum, but I would imagine that having the fresh prop in there would make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. Dan Cooper being subbed off. That's not what the people on the sideline here wanted to see. They wanted Coop to go the full 80. So who's that came on for Cooper? Is that DeWald Coates? Also, the Pride getting the best of the scrums. That was an advantage for Burnaby Lake the whole first half, but
yes, that would be DeWald Kotze coming in for Dan Cooper. DeWald is a solid player. He is a solid player. I rate him very highly. He's contracted with the Dallas Jackals.
Okay.
And is just back training with the Pride for the moment, waiting for his visa to get worked out.
Okay. Well, Burnaby Lake's taking a penalty there from Doug Braden for a high tackle. I believe the Pride have changed out their whole front row as well, so it looks like Denuden is out, possibly for Aaron Clark. Oh, is he? Yeah. I thought another new guy came on. No, you're right. Oh. Denuden hobbling around there. I thought he was being taken off. Well, Luke Saubernaw is now coming on for Cooper Johnston. So a bit of maturity replacing youth. Line out here for the Pride at the Burnaby Lake 10-meter line. Pride putting the maul on.
DeWald takes it himself.
Wrestled down by Connor McCann. Tatuzi Vicolani trying to hold him up. Come back to a penalty. Didn't see what it was for, but there's Denuden there with the ball.
Big Willie going on a rumble.
Ooh, bust through Vermette and Vicolani. He's at the goal line. Gets the ball down. Nanala picks it up. And that's going to be Nanala's third try, the hat trick.
Wow, Hattie for the Cappy.
Now, in my experience, if you score 2 tries, the boys owe you a drink. But if you score 3, you owe
the boys a
everybody.
drink.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
exactly.
So, in the spirit of gamesmanship, obviously Phil Mack should leave Nanala, obviously arguably the best player on, but some of the boys probably want him off. Free drinks.
Yeah, because if he scores 4, then he,
They owe him again.
yeah, he'll shirk his duties.
Correct.
You can just tell that Dewey coming on, the sub for Hooker, he's bringing a whole new energy to these guys. He's a solid veteran player, and I would imagine he'd be taking a leadership role in the Type 5.
Yep. Conversion good there from Max Stewart. It's going to make the score 26-18 for the Pacific Pride. As we mentioned, the 2 previous games these guys have played in the last 20 years. Burnaby Lake had to be up by over 20 points to lose in the last play of the game to the Pride. So it's possibly worrying they were down by 1 going into the second half.
Yeah. It's true. If there's one thing that the Pride always brings to the table, it's physical fitness. And that is courtesy of their wonderful S&C, Michael Deasy.
I heard earlier he was a legend. Is that true?
He is a legend. Absolute legend.
Get confused sometimes looking at what's happening out there and see the blue and white stripes, and I just assume that's Burnaby Lake. It's taking me a second to pause and have to rethink what I'm saying every time.
It was my impression that every team had to have a blue and white striped jersey now.
Seems like it. There's a hard tackle there from Connor McCann. Taken down by Bardwaj. It was, I believe, the number 8, was it? No, not the number 8, number 5.
Callum O'Neill.
6, Cal O'Neill, that's what it was.
No flash is on.
Oh, Flesh is on. Okay, another substitution there.
Yeah. He.
Another tackle from Connor McCann. Oh, there's the gap.
Max Stewart.
Sends the ball wide to the winger. Tackle a little high there. Chris Asmus deems it definitely high. I believe Brian Fitzpatrick going to be penalized for the high tackle. Try saver, but high nonetheless. Line out for the Pacific Pride. An area of strength in the first half. We expect it to stay the same with DeWald Coates throwing.
A dime.
Yeah, nice line out. Pride trying
Look
to
at
set up
that
the maul.
patience. Look at that patience.
He takes off from the back now.
Oh!
Bosch is over Dean McMahon.
He runs hard like another South African.
Knock on. So Pride knocked the ball on. We'll have a scrum for Burnaby Lake. Burnaby Lake had pretty good control of the scrums in the first half, but the scrum so far in the second half, the Pride definitely had the advantage. So we'll see if Hildebrand and Bardawaj can buckle down and pull it back together here.
Yeah, it's a mental battle going into that scrum, tired, knowing you're going to be going up against fresh legs.
Yes, I have it on good authority that Nick Hildebrand was working as a bouncer till early this morning. So
perfect. So he's primed and ready to go.
Exactly right. Push on from the Pride. Looks like Burnaby Lake stabilized. Vicolandi picks up. Burnaby Lake running it out of their own 22. I guess feel the need to try to score, but might want to play a little bit more territory as opposed to run and gun. Go to Turner, who's going to kick it high. Not out. Right to the winger.
Jack Morris.
Jack Morris. Whipped down by Blake Steele. Again, sporting that 1970s motif. Big dirty mustache, long hair, headband. Filthy. Bardawaj up and doesn't make the tackle and is deemed offside. It's not great. Number 18 is that Kyle Steves rumbling in.
Yeah. Kyle Steves going for a rumble.
Nice run from Steves, picked up by Nanala. Coming back to a penalty. That's about 5 penalties in a row for Burnaby Lake. They need to pull it together, or else we might see Chris Asmus go to the pocket. Or is it a penalty for Burnaby Lake? No. Fitzpatrick's just messing with the ball for some reason.
Fitzpatrick was not on the mark when
No.
he tapped that ball.
Also, I don't believe it's his ball.
Oh,
More
it's true,
importantly.
yes.
That's what I was getting at. Stewart with a nice kick. Getting down close, about the 5-meter line. Ball taken down by Botcher, almost stolen by O'Toole.
Good
former
push.
UBC Thunderbirds.
Good push for the Pride.
Yeah, they're taking control of the Mauls here in the second half. Scrum to Burnaby Lake. Hildebrand and Lalit really need to dig down here. Burnaby Lake, the scrum here at their own 5-meter. It's ultra important they get that ball out cleanly and get the ball to Ethan Turner or Brian Fitzpatrick to get the ball out. Would not advise him running it any further. Now it's a stable scrum. Vicalane is going to pick up off the back. Albornoz ends up with it. Bardawaj with a crash. Guess I'm going to try to make some forward ball, but they have not yet. Now finally Turner, the exit. Close to the line, but it's not going to find touch. Ball gets moved to Oliver McKenzie.
He's got space. He's got space. To Dawson Vitorik.
Nice tackle there from Turner and McQueen. Klimchuk brought down by Albornoz.
Yeah. It's okay. We said the same thing, so it's not like it matters.
Oh, we have a try here from Jack Morris. Yeah, missed tackle there on the far side from Burnaby Lake. That's going to put the Pride up 31-18.
You can see by Jack Morris's hair that he had recently gotten fined by the Pride for whatever activity he had been up to. So he had to dye his hair, and now it looks like he's cut it all off because, I'm going to be honest, it didn't look that good. So he's looking better now.
It's a good call. Well, as we wait Max Stewart's conversion, I want to talk to you about a sponsor of ours, Blind Tiger Dumplings and the elusive Laoway. Now, Chris, if you know the secret password, you can open a freezer door inside Blind Tiger Dumplings at 251 East Georgia Street, and you will find Vancouver's hottest and most exclusive night spot Laoway. Have you been there yet, Chris?
No, I have not.
Tough spot to get into, but let me tell you, the Speakeasy aims to celebrate the intrigue and glamour of a hidden lounge while providing patrons like me and you the best contemporary and modern-day cocktail experience imaginable.
Sounds amazing, Mike.
It is fantastic. Tough spot to get into. You need to know the secret password. It helps if you know someone. Stewart splits the uprights. Going to make it 33-18. Yeah, great cocktail lounge there, owned by former Burnaby Lake guy, Lewis Hart. Awesome spot. Great food, first off. Tremendous drinks. There's a drink there called the Passport to Paradise. It's a bourbon-based drink. It's delicious. It's fantastic. The food, fantastic. Mike O'Toole, Burnaby Lake captain, there constantly. Every time I go there, he's already there. Sometimes we go together, but if not, he's always there. He doesn't invite me.
Getting after it.
Oof. You know, I would imagine in the end zone there, the talk was we got to come out and do something right. We need that next score. So, to mess up the kick, not a good start.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and get that momentum rolling another way. A good opportunity for them would be in the scrum here, but it looks like the Pride, with their fresh new legs coming on, have had the advantage the past couple set downs. It also looks like Aaron Clark has come in for Willem de Newton.
Oh, restart there. On the sidelines here at Burnaby Lake, a lot of members of the Burnaby Lake U19 team that a few weekends ago went over to Victoria there and spent some time with the Pacific Pride with Phil Mack and Hubert Bidens and some of the players there, so they know players from both teams. So I see them here on the sidelines. I know at halftime they were running the ball around. Great job done that weekend by Phil Mack and Hubert Bidens there from the Pacific Pride, and Simon Smolden, John Clark, Brian Fitzpatrick, and the Leet Bardawaj from Burnaby Lake. Good scrum there from the Pride. Stewart kicks the ball in to Brian Fitzpatrick. He's going to get rid of it. Back to Stewart, it looks like. Kids everywhere.
Oliver McKenzie swinging it wide. Tinanala keeps it himself.
Tackle made there by Connor McCann, it looked like. Cole McQueen trying to hold the ball up. Gets brought down. Looks like Burnaby Lake has a steal there. Should mention there has been a substitution. Keane Keegan has come on for Blake Steele, so it looks like Andrew Porter's moved to the wing, and Keane Keegan, a bit of a defensive specialist, gone into the centers. So looking to stop the Pacific Pride advance. Dean McMahon. This intentional knock on there from the Pride on the McMahon pass. Fitzpatrick try to find touch. Left footer. Some Irish crickets here in the background.
Right into the blob zone.
That's where everybody wants to be. So the lineup for Burnaby Lake.
Even the ball.
Switch in the front row, we have Liam Jung, Panda, Burnaby Central grad. Liam Jung coming on for Nick Hildebrand. And Dom Baptista, I believe from Port Moody Secondary, coming on for Doug Braden. Nice lineup taken by Mike O'Toole. Pride's all over it. We have veteran Lucas Albernoz keeping Callum Botcher out of the way.
Yeah, getting a little bit scrappy in there.
Well, Botcher's a big, tough guy. I don't think Albernoz is the guy he wants to mess with, personally.
Two big, tough guys.
Yeah. That's coming up in 15, 20 meters here of the drive, this lineup drive. It's the inclusion of Baptista and Jung, some fresh legs in there. A little bit of pushing and shoving.
McCann and Klimchuk want to have a go.
Well, that's a neat thing about
Noah
Connor
Flash going for the tackle on Tusi Vicolani.
Both their brothers play together at the Toronto Arrows. Albernoz off to Captain O'Toole. He's going to stiff arm someone.
Alistair Bruce.
Still in bounds. Ball comes out, picked up by McMahon. Bardawaj with a pick and go. Bardawaj and Vermette, the only original front row, started the game still in. I think I saw Derogue Smith warming up for Burnaby Lake a moment ago, so we'll see if Bardawaj comes off. Ooh, not a great pass, but Keegan picks it up. It's number 19, Dom Baptista, taking the ball in. He's a good ball carrier. Ethan Turner to Fitzpatrick. Way out to Cobe. Oh, pass went wanting out the back.
That is too bad.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity for Burnaby Lake.
Yeah, and they had some good play going there.
Well, it was some
really
good phases.
bad.
After, Pacific Pride basically had control of the last, 10, 15 minutes. It was important that they showed that they were still in it, could still put some phases together, which they did. They really should exclusively maul, I think.
Bit of an overthrow from DeWald.
Yeah, I don't know. Number 23 is listed as Matt Klimchuk, so possibly definitely him. Looks like Burnaby Lake's going to hold him up. So we'll have a scrum to Burnaby Lake. We'll see how the addition of Liam Jung and Dom Baptista. Oh no, a penalty. Is that for a little bit of chat? Chris Asmus not going to put up with that. McMahon to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is gone. You're not going to catch him.
And that was just too easy.
Yeah, so 33-23 with a kick to come from Ethan Turner. Brian Fitzpatrick's second try. So the boys owe him a beer for those of you guys keeping track at home.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, and speaking with the club president there from Burnaby Lake, Simon Smolden, just speaking about the current team, certainly Burnaby Lake's had some speed in the past with players like Joe Dolosow and Evan Thomas and many others taking it. But as far as guys like Fitzpatrick, Turner, Ko Odaka, and the aforementioned Jack Gilbert, unfortunately not playing today, not sure if we had that type of speed all together all at once, who on any turnover, any penalty can turn on it and go 70 or 80 meters 2-3 times a game. So a lot of speed there.
Yeah, the clutch factor is huge there. I know that Fitzpatrick, he was a huge points leader in the Coastal Cup last half.
He was. Leading try scorer. Leading point scorer is a kid named Mike Maloney or Maloney from Capilano, who unfortunately broke his face against UBC a few weeks ago.
He broke his face.
He cracked his orbital bone in the middle of the game, first half.
That is unfortunate.
It really is. Kick is up. Woo. Caught the wind right through.
That was quite the kick.
That was a kick. Holy smokes.
Reminiscent of Dan Carter's banana kick.
Yes. That looks like Turner's going to make the kick and then come off for the veteran Jeff Ryan. Back on the field. Well, we have a minute there. We're going to talk about Coast Mountain Roofing, a local Burnaby company owned and operated by the BLRC's own Brad Gordon. Coast Mountain offers premium brand shingles with an industry-best 15-year workmanship warranty on all residential re-roofing. They also offer comprehensive roofing maintenance and repair packages to fit all of your commercial roofing needs and are Suprema preferred installers.
That was a great play by Cody Nanala there.
Fortuitous bounce.
Yeah. Kyle Steves just going on a beautiful run.
Can be held up. Looks like it's held up. Heck of a bounce. Sometimes the bounces just go with you.
Zephyr.
Few more spares to report. We got Zephyr Melnick, the pride of the Nanaimo Hornets.
And Noah Flesh.
And Noah Flesh has been on for a little bit. Nice drop out there to Oliver McKenzie. On this 45-meter drop kick. Stewart back to Jack Morris, the try scorer. Looking to come left. They go to Callum Botcher. Wrapped up by Cole McQueen. Nice tackle there from Lucas Albernaz. Pride putting some phases together. Now they're going to the backs. Out to their number 12, Dawson Fatorik, who's had a great game so far. Back to Steves. Brought down. Number 19, Zephyr Melnick with it. Gets driven back by Albernaz.
Big skip pass by Taylor D'Souza.
Off to Nanala.
Cody Nanala can't hang on to it. Yeah, I know. I couldn't hear you really because you were facing the other way. Oh well. I think we've been decent for it.
So the scrum here for Burnaby Lake will be the first scrum with some of the new additions, Liam Jung and Dom Baptista in the game. Sean Snyman on the flank for Sam Reimer. At 9, sorry. Not at the flank, at number 9. Ball goes out to the veteran, Jeff Ryan. Sees a little bit of space in behind. Cole McQueen and Keegan comes up with it. Nice offload to McQueen.
That was quite
They'll be
the
looking for
offload.
Fitzpatrick. Oh, they wrapped him up. Be a ruck penalty there. Chris Asmus is called. Looks like Andrew Porter might be down, holding the back of his neck.
Can you see it on the camera? No. No, I'm good. I got one ball. Good maul by Burnaby here. I didn't see what he said. Are you bringing it down? Collapsing?
That looks like Burnaby Lake gets a penalty there for collapsing the maul. 8-point game here, so if Burnaby Lake's going to score, they need to do it fairly quickly. Put themselves in a position to take the lead on the next one. So Dylan Vermette's still in. They're
Let's
looking
see
for
what he's
O'Toole at the
got.
front. Not clean, comes down with it. Pride have that.
Max
nice
Stewart
high ball.
with the exit.
Fitzpatrick not had a great day under the high ball. Great day everywhere else, though. Porter to Jeff Ryan, finds Fitzpatrick. He's gonna tuck it in
No
behind.
one home for the Pride. That's Jack Morris, I think.
Jack Morris going to get wrapped up. A penalty for Burnaby Lake.
It's a big opportunity for Burnaby here.
Albaro's the pick and go, but not through the mark.
Chris Asmus did not like that.
He never does. Oh, nice run from, is that Fitzpatrick? Now to Vicolani. They're about 10, 12 yards out at this point. Looking for that try. Off to Keegan. Trying to fend them off. Trying to get
Keeps
rid
the
of that
ball
ball.
alive. Gives it to Dylan Vermette.
McMahon fakes right, goes left. Jeff Ryan, ooh, that caught the wrong way. It's going to go at the back of the end zone. That's not what he had envisioned.
Unlucky
We'll come
use.
back to the penalty. So I guess on the free one, you might as well give it a shot.
Yep.
We'll come back for an offside, I believe. Can't exactly see, but yep, offside. I'll tell you, the wind is making kicking very daunting. O'Toole takes the ball in, brought down by Botcher. We got Vicolani and Odaka here on the right, but they're going to pick it up and try to drive it forward. They're making some yards, but held up, I believe. Oh, finally brought down. Oh, it's stolen by the Pride. D'Souza is going to be pushed out of bounds, I think, by Odaka. Got Moe Parada from the Galwegians in Connaught taking off Dean McMahon of the Buccaneers from Connaught. McMahon had a good game. Ooh, trying to boost Albornoz up in the air. Didn't get him up very well, but Burnaby Lake ended up coming down with the ball. They're now back to about their 22 meters, so they've lost about 10 meters in the last few minutes. Another penalty, though, for the Pride inside the 22 meters, so that's 3 in a row inside the 22. Some of the Burnaby Lake sideline looking for something more than just a penalty after 3 or 4 penalties inside the 22 meter. But Asmus says no. Penalty only. Jeff Ryan finds touch. Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool, too. That's fair. There we go. They go to O'Toole in the middle. Can't quite connect on the lineup, but each time they seem to come down with it. Seems to be kind of a common thing today for both teams, actually. They win their own lineouts, but it's certainly not the way they were drawn up on paper.
The wind could once again be a factor.
Yeah. Another penalty. Well, someone's getting a yellow.
It looks like he has shown the yellow to Aaron Clark. He's only been on for about 15 minutes, but now he has received a yellow card.
Whoa! That some great control there from, I think that was Zephyr Melnick, who had Albornoz up high and safely brought him down. So good for him, because in my day, we would not have brought him down safety, Chris.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have either.
No. You look for Vicolani. Lowers the shoulder and gets in for the try. Now that is going to give Burnaby Lake a bonus point that they desperately needed. So now they need the win for the next part.
Got a little pushing and shoving, and another yellow card has been shown.
Uh-oh. That's not good for the Pride. We're down to 13. Who's that gets the yellow? The Botcher? No, they wouldn't have yellowed Botcher. He's a pretty clean player, isn't he?
Max Stewart?
Callum told me one time he's a very clean player, so I'm sure it wasn't him.
Yeah, it's Max. No. I can't tell.
Nanal is arguing his case, but after the call is made, Asmus not chasing it, or not changing it, sorry. Jeff Ryan splits the uprights. That's the end of the game. I believe. Is that what that whistle means? The end of the game? Well, some controversy about how much time left. Chris did mention he had to catch a flight. It's been 87 minutes since the game kicked off. I'm not sure how long halftime was exactly, but definitely seems like there's some time left. Well, the Burnaby Lake coach pleading the case says it has been 87 minutes since kickoff. So assuming that there was at least a 10-minute halftime, there should be 10, I would have said 10, but maybe 5 minutes left in the game.
It feels like there's a little bit left of that game.
Well, wild ending to the game. Game cut short early and 2 yellow cards. Well, some serious discussion going on between the Burnaby Lake coaching staff and the referees. Looks like the game's going to be over. Asmus not going to change his decision or look at the clock, so we're going to end it here. But good game. Final score was 33-32 for the Pacific Pride. So let me ask you, Chris. I have man of the match for the Pacific Pride, Coney Nanala.
I think the captain, Coney Nanala, definitely takes man of the match. No question about it. It's hard not to. Boasting a hat trick.
He's everywhere. That was sure. That's for sure. In the backs, my choice would be Max Stewart. So the number 10, Max Stewart. Made some good kicks. Definitely controlled the ball. That's for sure. So that's that for them, I think. Anything to add to that, Chris?
Yeah, no, that was quite the game. Obviously, ending in a spectacular fashion as always.
Yes, for Burnaby Lake, man of the match, your choice?
Oh, man of the match,
Let's go
Burnaby
forwards
Lake.
back.
As much as Fitzpatrick was having a little bit trouble under the high balls, he definitely shined today with ball in hand.
Yeah.
So he would be an obvious one.
Fitzpatrick in the backs, I'd go with that. For forwards for me, I'm going with the captain, Mike O'Toole.
Yeah.
He was everywhere, made a ton of
that.
great tackles.
Mike O'Toole is a solid player no matter how you cut it. Even if you don't see him maybe doing the things that you would like, he's definitely doing everything else in the background. So, Mike O'Toole.
Yeah, Mike O'Toole. So your choices here from the booth from Chris Atkinson and Mike Devlin. Cody Nanala, forward of the match. And Max Stewart for the Pride, back of the match. Forward of the match for Burnaby Lake, we're going to go Mike O'Toole unanimously and Brian Fitzpatrick. So well done to everybody else. This is your last regular season game at Burnaby Lake. So if we do have a playoff game, we'll be back. But and Chris, I'd be happy if you came back and joined. I think it was great seeing you. It was great seeing you last weekend for the first time in a while.
Yeah, it was great to be back out.
So, so listen, we're going to sign off here. We're going to mention once again, if you have the ability, go to the Canadian Rugby Foundation and donate to the Steve Batty Memorial Fund. But we're going to sign off here. So we'll see you later.
Until next time.